Alright, welcome back to Black Eden. It's another GTA 5 house review. My guy's just grabbing a quick delicious beverage before he hits the road. We're obviously quite excited to have a look at this new house we've purchased, so without further ado, let's get stuck in. So the first thing you'll notice is this is located on sort of the east side of the city, otherwise known as the poorer side, for anybody who didn't know. And there is a reason for this, which I'll tell you in a sec. So quickly bringing up the Dynasty Estate page, you'll see there 12 Sustancia Road, going for 143 grand. Not a bad price. As I said, it's on the poor side of the city, so let's have a look at what that money will actually get you. Yeah, I apologise, my guy's swerving a bit. Obviously, he's had a few to drink before he's come out. But here we are, coming up the road now, and here it is. A bargain house for a bargain buyer. 12 Sustancia Road. It's positioned on a crossroads, right next to a road which basically leads you all the way up north. So it's actually in quite a key location road-wise. As you can see, you've got your own designated driveway there. It's quite a busy road outside, so whatever you do, don't walk out of your house, walk straight into the road and get hit by a car and killed like I did. Instead, just enjoy the view of that beautiful oil refinery that you've got right across the road. There's a few oil drills going, but just having a brief look at the house, you've actually got your own dedicated pedestrian crossing. Quite handy in a sticky situation. The house is a little bit run down, as you can see by the boards on the doors and things like that, and the terrain isn't great. You can tell the garden isn't really looked after. In fact, there's no real design to the garden. It's kind of just a few brick walls around, some shrubs and some fences, but you do have a surrounding garden in that it goes all the way around the house. Unfortunately, these little ledges you can see my guy next to you now, you can't actually take cover behind them, which is game breaking because that would be a selling point to this house. But just having a quick look around, you're sort of sharing a garden with the house next to you. You're also sharing a gazebo. Here's the back door, and once again, infuriatingly, it doesn't work and you can't get in the house. Good job, Rockstar. Okay, so moving back around to just under the shared gazebo there, one of the more expensive items in the house. This is your garden. It's really not much. But as we sort of fan around now, we're going to have a look at the garage, because although it's on sale for 143 grand, you actually get a 6-car garage. Right? It's not 10, it's not 8, but it's 6, and that's decent. You've got 2 bicycles in there as well, should you need them. You might not have the minted cars I have, but they'll come later. You can access the house directly from the garage, which is always nice. It's quite inconsistent. They do it on some houses and not others, but heading into the interior, it is indeed that standard copy and paste interior, because none of the Rockstar programmers could be bothered to make any more new interiors. You've got the poster of the Redeemer that everybody looks at every time they walk in their house, and you've got your nice open sort of lounge area. Now, unfortunately, there is no bong here, which infuriated me, but you've got your plasma screen TV, and there are a few other commodities. So panning over to this disgusting green kitchen that they put in with the checkered floor, you've got a bottle of beer so you can turn up before a night out. If that's not enough for you, you've also got a few shots of whiskey. They can help out as well, but whatever you do, don't drive afterwards, kids. And this is your dining room. Really not much. The whole place is really littered with posters, so I don't know, maybe it's a movie fan's sort of house, which is kind of how my guy's dressed. Speaking of dressed, you can actually get undressed. This is the bedroom, and you can climb into your little double bed here. It never gets made, so the bed is always like that, but at least you can get some rest. You've also got an ensuite bathroom, and there's no other bathroom in the house. It's got its own shower, so you can have a little scrub after you get yourself covered in blood killing new players. After that, it's just sort of the surrounding area that we've got to look at. Obviously, I showed you the garden to begin with, but we're actually gonna show the rather interesting surrounding area of 12 Sustancia Road. So hopping into the V8 quickly. My guy's a little bit tipsy, obviously. He's just had a couple of beers and a couple of shots of whiskey, so do excuse him if he's driving a bit turbulently. But just up the road, as I said, this is quite a busy road. This might not look like it at the moment, but cars go down this at quite some speed, so always look both ways before you cross, right? It's sort of a weird road, right, that's full of just abandoned houses and run-down places. That's literally, like, behind you. As I said, it's really not a rich area. It really isn't. I don't know why I drove onto that drive, so don't ask me. But coming down, there's this quite cool tower. Now, this is actually a selling point of 12 Sustancia Road. Look at this thing. It's like a big water tower, and it's got a ladder on it, so you can climb up there and do your sniping. There's some kind of a memorial, Spanish memorial, which is going to drive past that. And yeah, there's obviously the main attraction, well, rather the opposite of the main attraction, which is this disgusting oil refinery. But it is good for having a little razz down, so if you've got a nice car and you want to test out the traction, this is the place to do it. Obviously, none of you can drive like me because you can't pull off shit like this. Woo! Skimmage! So there's a tattoo parlour, and this is your only properly local commodity. I did scare that guy off, didn't mean to. If we're going to quickly bring up the map, you'll see that we've actually just got literally the tattoo parlor, a sort of vehicle garage. There's an ammunition, I wouldn't say it's down the road, it's around the corner, and it's just about the same distance as your mod shop, your normal convenience store, and your hairdressers is a little bit further away. There aren't too many things close to this, but for 143 grand, you can't really complain.